I cannot leave my throne. I cannot fight beside you.
What if one movie doesn't just end a saga, but rewrites everything you know about the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Avengers. Doomsday isn't just another crossover event. It's a seismic shift that could permanently transform superhero cinema, and in the next 15 minutes, we're breaking down exactly why this film represents the most ambitious gamble Marvel has ever taken. From Robert Downey Jr.'s shocking return to potential character deaths that'll make Infinity War look like a warm-up, buckle up, because the MCU, you know, is about to disappear forever. The unprecedented return that broke the internet. Let's address the elephant in the room. Robert Downey Jr. is back, but not as Tony Stark. When Marvel announced at San Diego Comic-Con that the man who built the MCU would return as Dr. Doom, the internet collectively lost its mind. Fans debated for weeks whether this was brilliant casting or a desperate nostalgia grab. But the more we learn about Marvel's plan, the clearer it becomes. This might be the most calculated creative decision in MCU history. Here's why this matters beyond the obvious nostalgia play. Joe Russo described Doom as three-dimensional and one of the most complex comic book characters ever created, saying Downey was the only person who could properly embody the role. Think about that for a second. Marvel didn't just recast their biggest star. They trusted him with their most iconic villain specifically because of the complexity required. This isn't Iron Man with a different costume. This is Victor Von Doom, the ruler of Latveria, the man who believes with absolute certainty that only he can save humanity, even if he has to destroy it first. The psychological implications are staggering. Imagine Spider-Man watching his mentor's face twisted into something monstrous. Picture Pepper Potts confronting what looks like her dead husband, but wrong, colder, crueler, stripped of everything that made Tony Stark a hero. The Avengers won't just be fighting a powerful enemy, they'll be fighting the corrupted reflection of everything they believed in. That's not standard villain fare, that's psychological warfare on a mythological scale. Every punch thrown at Doom becomes an emotional betrayal. Every battle becomes a funeral for what Iron Man represented. The Russo brothers, Marvel's secret weapon, returns. The directors behind Infinity War and Endgame, films that grossed a combined $4.8 billion and redefined what superhero cinema could achieve, initially said they were creatively spent after Endgame. Joe Russo told interviewers they had given everything to that story and couldn't imagine returning. So what changed their minds? Stephen McFeely, the screenwriter who helped craft their previous MCU masterpieces, pitched them an idea for how Secret Wars could work in MCU form. According to Joe Russo, we ended up stumbling upon an idea that activated all of us. The implication is clear. Whatever story they're telling was compelling enough to bring back a team that swore they were finished. That's not marketing hype. That's creative passion, reignited by something genuinely special. The Russos aren't just directing Doomsday, they're helming Secret Wars immediately after, shooting them nearly back-to-back, just like Infinity War and Endgame. That continuity of vision matters enormously when you're attempting to conclude a saga that spans over 30 films and countless Disney Plus series. These directors understand how to balance dozens of characters, how to make cosmic stakes feel personal, and most importantly, how to stick the landing. If anyone can pull off what Marvel is attempting, it's the team that made half the universe turning to dust feel like the most devastating moment in cinema history. The most ambitious cast in superhero history. Marvel officially confirmed a cast list that reads like a greatest hits album of the past 2 decades of comic book cinema. And honestly, the sheer scale is almost incomprehensible. From the original Avengers, we're getting Chris Hemsworth returning as Thor and Chris Evans back as Captain America. The new Avengers and Thunderbolts roster brings Anthony Mackie as Sam Wilson, Sebastian Stan as Bucky Barnes, Florence Pugh as Yelena Belova, and Louis Pullman as the reality-bending Sentry. The entire Fantastic Four joins the fight. Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, and Eben Moss-Backrack as Ben Grimm. But here's where it gets truly insane. The Fox X-Men are returning in full force. Patrick Stewart as Professor X, Ian McKellen as Magneto, James Marsden as Cyclops, Kelsey Grammer as Beast. Channing Tatum finally gets to play Gambit on the big screen. Rebecca Romijn returns as Mystique. Alan Cumming is back as Nightcrawler. Add in Wakanda's Warriors with Letitia Wright, Winston Duke, and Tenoch Huerta, plus Tom Hiddleston's Loki, Simu Liu's Shang-Chi, and Paul Rudd's Ant-Man. And you're looking at the most ambitious ensemble ever assembled for a single film. The Kang problem solved. Remember when Marvel spent years building toward Kang the Conqueror as the next Thanos-level threat? Loki Season 1 introduced He Who Remains. Quantumania gave us the Council of Kangs. Everything pointed toward the Kang dynasty as the multiverse saga's endgame. Then Jonathan Majors' legal troubles forced an unprecedented pivot that could have derailed everything Marvel had built. But here's the genius part. Marvel isn't awkwardly writing around the problem. They're turning it into a power statement for Doom. Multiple reports suggest Doom systematically murders Kang variants off-screen, establishing himself as a villain who accomplished what seemed impossible, ending the Kang dynasty before it truly began. Imagine the scene. Our heroes discover the Council of Kangs from Quantumania slaughtered in that Colosseum, all of them killed by a single man who then stole their time travel technology for himself. No warning, no epic battle. Just Doom doing what Doom does, eliminating obstacles with ruthless efficiency. That's how you establish a threat level that makes Thanos look like a warm-up act. Franklin Richards, the key to everything, the Fantastic Four. First Steps post-credits scene changed the game entirely, and most audiences don't even realize how significant it truly is. We see Dr. Doom appear before young Franklin Richards, holding his iconic mask while Franklin touches his scarred face. According to VFX breakdowns and insider reports, Franklin is actually healing Doom's facial scars, the same reality-warping ability he used to resurrect his mother Sue Storm after the devastating Galactus battle earlier in the film. Franklin Richards isn't just a kid with powers. He possesses virtually unlimited reality-warping abilities that rival cosmic entities. In the comics, he helped rebuild the entire multiverse after Secret Wars. He's created pocket universes for fun. He's one of the most powerful beings in Marvel history, and he's still a child. The terrifying theory gaining traction among insiders. Doom is using Franklin to replace Molecule Man's role from the comics, harnessing the child's godlike powers to create Battleworld. The implications are horrifying not because they're evil, but because from Doom's perspective, they're logical. He sees chaos in a multiverse held together by random individuals making selfish choices. Heroes who cause incursions because they want to save loved ones. Villains who destabilize reality for personal gain. Franklin represents something different, a controllable foundation for rebuilding reality itself. Why Steve Rogers is Doom's primary target. The first Doomsday teaser confirmed Chris Evans' return as Captain America, and the footage reveals something unexpected. We see Steve as a father, cradling a newborn alongside Haley Atwell's Peggy Carter in what appears to be a 1940s or 1950s setting. That happy ending we all loved in Endgame, the moment that made audiences cry with joy as Steve finally got his dance. It might have doomed the multiverse. According to multiple theories backed by the trailer's framing, Doom believes Steve Rogers caused an incursion when he traveled back in time to live with Peggy. The Avengers' victory against Thanos came at a cosmic cost nobody understood. The romantic ending that defined Endgame may have triggered the very catastrophe Doom is trying to prevent. Thor's final prayer. The second teaser focuses entirely on Chris Hemsworth's Thor, and it might be the most emotionally devastating 30 seconds Marvel has ever released. We see the God of Thunder kneeling in a sepia-toned forest, armor battered, hammer abandoned beside him. He's praying, actually praying, to his deceased father, Odin. His words are haunting. Grant me the power of the All-Fathers, so that I may battle once again, defeat one final foe, and return to her. The her is love. Thor's adopted daughter who contains the power of eternity itself, played by Hemsworth's real-life daughter, India. After everything Thor has endured, watching his mother murdered, his father fade away, his brother killed twice, his entire planet destroyed, his people scattered across the cosmos, a warrior's death in Valhalla might be his destined ending. Not a defeat, but a completion. The ultimate sacrifice from a god who finally learned what it means to be worthy. The Thunderbolts director has confirmed Sentry will connect directly to Doctor Doom in Doomsday. Some believe Sentry gets killed early to establish Doom's threat level, showing audiences that even Marvel's most powerful hero can fall. If that's followed by Thor's death, we're looking at a body count that makes Infinity War's snap seem merciful by comparison. The TVA massacre and Loki's fate. Tom Hiddleston's Loki currently sits at the end of time, holding the multiverse together like a living Yggdrasil tree. After seasons of character development that transformed him from villain to anti-hero to something approaching a god of stories, Loki became the protector of all branching timelines. Multiple theories suggest Doom must destroy Loki to seize control of the multiverse fragments and forge them into Battleworld. The TVA, that bureaucratic nightmare that once pruned timelines, becomes a target. Some reports describe a massacre where Doom kills everyone at the TVA, eliminating the last organization capable of opposing his plans. Without the TVA, without Loki's protection, the multiverse becomes raw material for Doom's vision, the heartbreaking possibility that keeps fans up at night. Thor and Loki could finally reunite in Doomsday, only for both brothers to die. The X-Men aren't your heroes anymore. The third teaser confirmed the Fox X-Men's return. Professor X in his wheelchair, Magneto in that iconic helmet, Cyclops with his visor, the entire team assembled. Fans erupted with excitement. Finally, the crossover we've waited decades for. But here's the twist that nobody saw coming. They might be villains. The teaser shows Xavier's school for gifted youngsters in ruins. Smoke rises from shattered windows. The Blackbird lies destroyed on the lawn. According to reports, these X-Men may not be the exact versions from the Fox timeline. They could be from a different universe entirely, explaining why characters like Mystique and Cyclops appear alive despite dying in previous films. How Doomsday ends, the villain wins. Multiple leaks and insider reports suggest Doomsday ends exactly like Infinity War, with the villain achieving his goal. After defeating the assembled Avengers, destroying the TVA, killing Loki, and gathering Franklin Richards' power, Doom doesn't just conquer the multiverse, he fundamentally reshapes it. He merges the remaining fragments of collapsing realities into Battleworld. In the comics, God Emperor Doom ruled this patchwork reality with absolute power. He stole Reed Richards' family, made Sue Storm his wife, and commanded the Thor Corps as his personal police force. Different territories from different universes, all stitched together under Doom's iron rule. The reset that changes everything. Kevin Feige has confirmed that Secret Wars won't be a reboot, but rather a reset to a singular timeline. That distinction matters enormously for the future of the MCU. By folding different universes into one merged reality, Marvel gains incredible creative freedom. They can recast major roles with new versions of beloved heroes. Imagine a younger Tony Stark variant joining the new Avengers. They can fully integrate the X-Men and Fantastic Four into MCU history, making mutants always part of this world rather than awkwardly introducing them. They can resolve the chaotic multiverse rules that have confused casual audiences since Loki Season 1. And most excitingly, they can launch the Mutant Saga as the next decade-long storyline, with established X-Men characters from the Fox universe potentially mentoring new MCU native mutants. Why this represents Marvel's biggest gamble? What makes Avengers Doomsday? Potentially brilliant is how it inverts every expectation built over 15 years of MCU storytelling. Infinity War gave us a straightforward villain seeking power through the Infinity Stones. Thanos wanted to solve overpopulation through genocide, evil but comprehensible. Doomsday gives us something far more unsettling, a villain who genuinely believes he's saving reality by destroying it. Every theory, every leak, every trailer connects to one central idea that makes Doom the most compelling antagonist the MCU has ever created. Sometimes the greatest threat comes from someone convinced they're the hero. Doom doesn't see himself as evil. He sees himself as the only person smart enough, strong enough, and willing enough to make the impossible choices that save existence. And that certainty, that absolute belief in his own righteousness, makes him infinitely more dangerous than any world-conquering tyrant. The road ahead, with Spider-Man Brand New Day releasing between Doomsday and Secret Wars, and the promise of a completely reshaped MCU afterward, we're witnessing the end of one era and the birth of another. December 18th, 2026 isn't just a release date, it's potentially the most significant turning point in superhero cinema since Endgame redefined what these movies could achieve. Are you ready to watch everything you know about the MCU be rewritten by a man who looks exactly like Tony Stark but represents everything he fought against? Drop your theories in the comments because we've got 11 months of speculation ahead. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the most ambitious superhero movie ever attempted, smash that like button, subscribe for more MCU breakdowns, and share this with every Marvel fan who needs to understand what's coming. We're covering every trailer drop, every casting announcement, and every plot leak until Avengers Doomsday hits theaters. The multiverse is collapsing. Let's figure out how to survive it together. I'll see you in the next one.